So this is the cross section. So you can see this is anterior. And this is posterior. Okay, let's start.
Is the anterior, the ventral sulcus.
Think about it and give me the proper term. Proper term. Ready? Tell me what it is. Next.
Is that's pointing in between the,
That's what you did.
is that the? I don't remember. Is that the central? Oh.
Come on.
Median fissure?
The ventral anterior median or anterior medial fissure. That is the correct answer. Ventral or anterior medial fissure. Did I know the name?
Yes.
Okay, now, ready? What is it?
Posterior median sulcus.
Posterior medial sulcus. That's correct. Now, okay? What is it?
That's the ventral horn.
Ventral horn. Red? What is this one?
Lateral.
Left. Robert, what is this one? Good. Now, what kind of neuron I found here?
That's a great matter, so that's gonna be,
Functionally, what kind of neuron?
it's gonna be, motor.
Motor. Get me? What kind of neuron I found here? In the lateral cord.
Would that be sensory?
There is a law that says that the sensory neurons is always in the peripheral nervous system, out of the central nervous system. So this is the central nervous system. There should be not any sensory neuron. Are we clear?
Yeah, so motor.
Interneuron?
Interneuron? No. Stevenson, this is time for pain. What kind of neuron functionally may I found here?
It's like two type of neuron, right? The one of them.
What functional neuron I found there? Very simple.
Oh,
Don't start to ask
I
more
pass.
or moving around, just step forward.
I pass.
Okay,
It's motor, right?
correct. But for which systems does it work? Which systems do they serve?
Autonomic.
I don't know. That's the correct answer. Congratulations.
I ain't sitting next to you because you be passing every question.
But he's eventually gonna get.
Man, damn, I'm telling you, I can't sit next to him no more. Don't come over here no
I
more.
cannot do that. I cannot do that. But you are really amazing.
Every time he always want to pass. You need to answer a question now.
Allow to me to do that.
Sit right there.
Oh my goodness.
You move.
Every question, pass,
Oh my
pass.
goodness. So Stevenson,
It's okay.
you
Sit
might
right
say
there.
complain.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, let's go back. But this is part of the problem.
When your car don't work no more and you can't get home, you asking any questions?
Pass.
Too, right? Yeah, I was about to
Right?
say.
So that is great, that's correct. So this is the autonomic neuron or vegetative neuron. And this neuron function is motor, but it's autonomic. That's correct. Oh my goodness. And we are going to represent it in green. So I need a blue. Let me glue for it.
Lord have mercy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're trying to do.
Somatic motor.
Just copy that.
I get used to pills, okay?
You got used to press?
Yeah. You guys cannot embarrass me.
No, he doesn't embarrass nobody.
I like the way it is, you know, the way it is. Just
He's
the
good.
edge.
That's right.
Supposed to be,
Is this something
that's
that
showing the love on the left side.
Let me see. Because that's what's like confusing me is I didn't know like my stuff out of the notes.
I just remember him saying it yesterday. That's the only reason
Let's continue. So, now, what kind of neuron I found here? Now's your time.
Sensory?
Interneuron.
Oh,
Okay?
I'm sorry, I
Let
didn't
me
find it
represent
now.
it in whatever color. Let me put it black.
Right here.
Interneuron. So, now you know that in the anterior vector, very hard, is the house for the motor neuron. The lateral horn is the house for the autonomic. When there is the lateral horn. Later we talk about it. And the dorsal horn or posterior horns is the house for the interneuron with sensory function.
Is that because they go to the spinal ganglion, which then
They come from. It's all the way around. Okay? Good. Everybody follow me? Good. Now, fibers that go out. So these dots represent what?
Reticular spinal.
The cell's body. And the fibers
Striation.
move out. And the same happens in the opposite side. Everybody with me?
Yes.
But on the posterior aspect, that are going to represent in blue, we get the ganglia. And here, the ganglia possess this type of fibers. What is this type of neuron? Pseudounipolar. And this is the ganglia outside, and internally, what kind of neuron is this one? Functionally?
sensory.
Sensory neuron.
Can you see now? Jeremy, out of the central nervous system. Always, the sensory neuron is in the peripheral nervous system. It doesn't matter how many times I repeat that. I will catch some of you. Because you are not paying attention. The same happens in the opposite side. The ganglia with the sensory neuron. The ganglia with the sensory neuron. Okay? And now, you're going to see that this happens like this. In one side. forming part of this. Okay? You know with me?
Mhm.
Then, these fibers are coming out here. They are the preganglionic, autonomic fibers.
Mhm.
What they need to do? Are they able to get directly to the effector?
No.
No. They need a second motor neuron.
Mhm.
This second motor neuron is here. And when we close the dark sphere, we are representing what? The autonomic ganglia.
Ganglia.
And here is performing the synapse. So the fibers arising from this go here and go here. And the flow of information, of course, is like this. Like this. So now we are able to get into another detail of the spinal cord. Is the axis of these fibers, what do they constitute?
The gray and white communicator.
These two fibers together.
Fascinating.
Fascicles in the central nervous system. One side,
Right.
nerve specifically, before to the rama.
Rootlets.
Rootless, and then the rootless uniting forming what?
Root.
The roots.
So here we are representing the rootless, and this is the ventral or anterior root. Okay?
Mhm.
And these constitute the dorsal.
Dorsal root.
Now we are able to see what is the constitution for the dorsal root?
The gang.
Sensory.
Sensory.
Oh yeah.
What is the constitution fiber of the ventral root?
Motor.
What type of motor fiber do the ventral root possess?
Somatic.
Somatic and
Visceral.
Visceral.
visceral. Do you got it now?
Yep. It's on the lateral. Yep.
Now, the ventral roots unite here with the dorsal root fibers. And they go out. And now I represent this also like this. The foramen. Which foramen I am talking about?
Intervertebral.
Intervertebral foramen. That's correct. Intervertebral foramen. Intervertebral foramen. And the junctions of the dorsal root fibers with anterior root fiber here, what they form?
Spinal cord.
Spinal
The
cord.
spinal cord. Sorry, you see a spinal cord?
Spinal nerve.
Spinal nerve. So,
Yes, I'm sorry.
the spinal nerve. Okay?
Haley.
This is the spinal nerve. Then, the spinal nerve is split into different branches.
Medial and lateral. No.
What is this one here?
Dorsal
One.
radius.
The dorsal radius. You what is this one?
Ventral
The
radius.
ventral radius. And now you should be able to differentiate that the roots are pure motor and pure sensory. But at this point, how are fibers?
Combined.
So the spinal nerve is a mixed fiber. So it's impossible that the spinal nerve going to produce the lesion of the spinal nerve, any spinal nerve going to produce pure motor or pure sensory deficit. Why?
Because they're mixed.
Because
You don't know.
it's mixed.
Yeah.
It possesses both sensory and motor fibers. So the lesion of the spinal nerves always are mixed by constitution. Okay? So now, the ventral ramus and the dorsal ramus possess both sensory and motor fiber plus
Autonomic.
Autonomic.
autonomic. And later, I will talk about this. So, this dorsal ramus is destinated by the innervation of what?
Oh, isn't it the
Muscle of the back. You did that in anatomy 1. So,
superficial?
the dorsal ramus is destinated for the skin of the back and the autochthonous muscle of the back. What we mean with autochthonous muscles or proper muscle of the back? What is the meaning of that? Is the trapezius an autochthonous muscle?
No,
Latissimus dorsi?
no,
Rhomboid major?
no.
Hello?
Isn't the
Hello?
dorsal ramus
Uh,
does not innervate the trapeze?
I didn't ask about innervation, I say,
Oh,
are they autochthonous or proper muscle of the back? No. They are muscles that migrate from the lateral superior upper to the back. That's why they bring to them the proper innervation. What is the innervation of the latissimus dorsi?
Lumbar.
Long thoracic nerve.
Oh yeah, lumbar.
Thoracodorsal nerve from the brachial plexus. If they originate from the brachial plexus because they are ventral in origin and they migrate from the back. I explained that in anatomy 1.
You did.
Are you there also? Please.
Of course.
He doesn't want to be in that list. He doesn't get put me apart to Perez, don't mix with him. So, it means that this dorsal ramus is destinated for the autochthonous muscle of the back. So we are talking about the erector spinae muscle and all the other group of muscles. Like, longissimo spinalis, multifidus rotatoris, elevatoris, intercostales, all those muscles. Splenus capitis, splenus cervicis, all those. Okay, plus the skin of the back. Where the ventral ramus is destinated for the innervation of the lateral and anterior wall of the abdomen or the trunk, plus upper and lower limbs. Are you there?
Yep.
Now, let's talk about some special characteristics. These fibers that are right here from the lateral orange, what is the name of these fibers? They are before the ganglia,
Okay. Preganglionic.
preganglionic, and they are myelinated.
Myelinated.
That's why also you are going to know that they are known as the white communicating branch. And these fibers that arrive from here are the
Postganglionic.
and they are non-myelinated.
Correct.
That's why they are also known as the
Gray.
Gray matter.
communicating branch. White, myelinated pre, gray, non-myelinated post.
Postganglionic.
A, B, C,
Starting to
D,
click
F,
now.
W, Y, wow! Hola!
But I'm
Are you coming?
light bulbs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me look for what the PowerPoint says. Let me look for PowerPoint. Okay? Everybody's clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. Now we know this is the preganglionic white, this is the post-ganglionic grade. Question is that now we are talking about it. If I said this is for the muscle of the back, abductors, and the
Okay.
skin of the back, and this is for the anterolateral, upper and lower, what are those pathetic fibers there? Autonomic fiber 4. What do you think?
Organs?
Blood flow? Blood flow? Like vascularization?
Vascularization.
Sensation? No.
So
Yeah.
these fibers are autonomic fibers, sympathetic division, that are going to be destined to innervate the blood vessel of the skin,
Okay.
to innervate the sweat gland and sebaceous gland of the skin, plus the erector spinae muscle.
Wow.
Erector pylori. Let's say spinae. Pylori. Okay? So all those three structures are innervated by these building fibers here. A skin, blood vessel to produce vasoconstriction or vasodilation. To secrete
Sweat.
information to the sweat gland and sebaceous gland, and also when you are in the stress, the hair follicles
It stands up. Oh, that makes sense.
and straight completely. This is the pillar erected of this, and they're going to be related with the stress situation. So now you know what is the response, because maybe you say, okay, this is a somatic. What do we need in autonomic fibers? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, it means that this spinal nerve give the ventral ramus, dorsal ramus, communicating ramus, or ramus, and there is missing one. There is one branch that go back.
Recurrent.
And after they go out, and we represent it in black, they get inside of the intervertebral foramen and get inside of the vertebral
Column.
column. And this is yet known as meningeal branch or recurrent.
Oh, I just said that.
They go back and is responsible to innervate the meninges, blood vessels external to the spinal cord. And this is the recurrent branch or meningeal branch. So those are the four branches arising from the spinal nerve. Dorsal ramus, ventral ramus, Y communicating ramus, and the
Right.
recurrent.
Oh, recurrent. Okay. Dorsal ramus, ventral
We clear?
ramus. White.
So now, what is the name if we detach all anterior ramus or anterior root in the anterior view, both sides? There is remaining some slight depression circles. What is the name of these circles? In the place of the anterior roots arise from.
Anterior medial sulcus.
Antero,
Lateral.
lateral sulcus.
Good job.
This is the ventral, medial, fissure. This is the anterolateral sulcus. Anterolateral sulcus. If we detach both dorsal root, what might see there?
Posterior.
Dorsal.
Dorsal lateral sulcus. So it's here, dorsal lateral sulcus. It's here, dorsal lateral sulcus. Okay? Now, the space of the white substance between the ventromedial fissure and the anterolateral sulcus here is known as the ventral funicle. The space between the anterolateral sulcus and the posterolateral sulcus, this is the lateral funicle. The space between the dorsolateral sulcus and the posterior medial sulcus is the posterior funicle. All clear?
Posterior what?
Funiculi. Posterior white column whatever. If you read your book, you will
Yes,
see
I remember.
all
I didn't
synonym.
understand.
Okay? But, because we are representing this, remember, the lateral horn of the great matter, only you are going to find on the superior, inferior cervical, thoracic, and inferior lumbar. So, anytime that you can see that, is because we are representing the section at the level of the thoracic region.
Can you repeat that, please?
Difficult in there.
Got him.
Yes. So, the lateral part of the spinal cord is only seen in the thoracic and lumbar region.
Okay. Thank you.
But we are going to use only one kind of sections in order to represent so many. In the cervical area, this posterior white follicle is divided into two areas by another sulcus over here and another sulcus over here. What is the name of this sulcus?
Gracilis and
Sulcus.
posterior medial or dorsal medial sulcus.
Dorsal intermedial sulcus. This is dorsolateral. This is the dorsal intermedial sulcus. Dorsal intermedial sulcus. So, it allowed us to divide the dorsal follicle into one area, medial, and the other lateral. What is the medial area?
Gracilis.
Gracilis. Gracilis. What is the lateral?
Cutaneous.
Cuniate. Can you see how many formations you start to put it there?
Yep.
This is what I want you to
Yep.
do. After I did that, there is no justification to submit a proper quality work to me. Is that clear? Now, there is no justification to say, no, I didn't know what do you mean. I was confused. What exactly was the objective?
That's right.
I thought that I didn't get over there. Now you know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
You wanna resubmit, right?
Yes, of course. Because you didn't cover that.
Oh, you're spared.
No problem, because this is a matter of learning.
Yeah, of course.
The point is, I need to wait till this class in order to explain completely.
Sure. I'll send you the video.
Okay?
I'm just trying to finish.
Now, let's continue because they are recording. I don't want to make it so long. Now we know what is the ventral anterior, lateral, and posterior. The posterior divided into gracile and cuniate. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, if you think that you finished, no, because we need to add more. So now we go to the detail of what we found here. So we know these are motor neurons, but what type of motor neuron? There is two types. What are those?
Somatic and
No. Here this somatic. That's it. What are the type of motor neuron? So what we got it?
Excitory and inhibitory?
Alpha and gamma. So, alpha and gamma motor fibers. Alpha motor fibers are big in size big cell's body, more numerous in the anterior horn, and they are destined to the innervation of the extrafusal fibers. So, it means that the alpha is the lower motor neuron responsible to convey the information to contract the muscle. Whereas the gamma are small neurons, less in number, and they are destined to fiber to end in the intrafusal muscle fibers. Even I'm telling you that for the first time, it doesn't matter how many times I repeat. At the end, you will see. So, there is more. There is more. So now you have to know what is the alpha, what is the gamma. Where do they end? What is the function? Alpha end in the extrafusal muscle fibers responsible for the contraction of the muscle. Gamma end in the intrafusal muscle fiber responsible for nourishment and muscle tone. And this is important in order to understand what are the differences between the lesion of the upper motor neuron and the lower motor neuron that we are going to see here and also in neuroscience.
Okay.
Hello, welcome. Okay? Then, now, if you think that you finished, not, we didn't. Because now we need to start to add what are the different nuclei that we can find in the dorsal. So we got it with the Lissauer-Son, the gelatinous nucleus, the nucleus proprius, medial and interna, the clear nuclei, and the anterolateral nuclei. And in one side, you represented the nuclei. In the other side, you start to represent the different lamina. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need any another? You can make it 2 or 3 maximum, but you don't need more than 2 or 3 cross sections or schematic representations in order to make it all. But we didn't finish. We need more. Yeah? Now what do you think? I suppose that you are thinking to submit again the... No. Now we are coming to
Oh my goodness.
this one. Show them.
Page 73.
Now we need to represent all sensors. So we are starting with the periphery from the off posterior all the way up to here. This is the dorsal spinal cerebral tract. All the way anterior, ventral spinal cerebral tract.
I made 6 drawings, I still didn't get it, so don't feel bad.
In one side, in the other side. Then you get here the lateral spinal thalamic tract. And you get here anterior spinal thalamic tract. You get here the lateral corticospinal tract, and here the rural spinal tract, and here the lateral reticulospinal tract. And here you get the anterior, vestibular, olivo, anterior reticular.
And a bag of chips.
And I think that's just a little bit finished. Let me see how does it look like. Voila! Wow!
Alright, so
Oh,
basically
it's not
two-
beautiful, but it has almost everything.
Yeah, basically you just want this.